First example natin sa survey. So, deflection angles of two intermediate points A and B of a simple curve are, so let's say this is point A, the deflection angle is 3 degrees, 15 minutes. For point B, it is 8 degrees, 15 minutes respectively. The chord distance between A and B is 40 meters. So, ano yung mga required dito? Una, determine the radius of the curve. Then next is, determine the length of the curve from PC to point A. So this, let's say, arc length from PC to point A. Then, yung last is, find the length of the curve from, ito naman, from PC to point B. Let's say, arc length from PC to point B. So ito yung three requirements. So that's compute. Okay, so how to compute first for the first required, that is yung radius. So, pwede natin gawin is separate natin yung arc AB. If you are to draw a line, yung mga lines na to, they are the same as the radius. Kailangan lang natin yung kanyang equivalent central angle for the arc length AB. So let's say this is the arc length AB. We have a chord distance of 40 meters. So, paano natin makukuha yung kanyang equivalent central angle? From geometry, okay, kung naalala nyo yung peripheral angle theorem that we have theta is equal to twice the alpha. Kailangan lang natin yung deflection angle subtending the same arc as theta. Yung pareho sila na yung binubukang arc. Yung arc na yun is yung arc. Okay, ito yun, yung arc AB. Kaya lang, what is the angle, subtended angle to arc AB? Yun yung 8 degrees, 15 minutes. Okay, this is 8 degrees, 15 minutes minus. So this is 8 degrees, 15 minutes minus 3 degrees, 15 minutes. Obviously, yung deflection angle subtending arc AB is 5 degrees. Okay? Yung difference ng dalawang given na deflection angle. Kapag sinabing deflection angle, yun yung mga angles ang subtended from the tangent, that is the back tangent passing through BC. So we have theta is equal to twice of alpha. So this is theta is equal to twice of, ano yung alpha corresponding to arc AB? That is 5 degrees. So yung central angle ng maliit na curve na to is 10 degrees. Kaya lang, ang gagawin lang natin is hahatiin lang din natin ito. This is radius. Kalahati nito is 20. So supposedly this is 10 degrees. Kaya lang, consider lang ulit natin yung kalahati. 5 degrees, 5 degrees. And this is a right angle. So how to compute for the radius? The first requirement, you can use the function of sine. Sine of 5 degrees is equal to opposite. This is 20 divided by hypotenuse, the radius. So kunin natin yung first unknown or first required, that is the radius. So that is 20 divided by sine of 5. Yung radius ng curve is equal to 229.4. 74 meters. That is the answer for the first question, yung radius. So, sunod dito is yung arc length from PC to A. So, para makuha natin yung, yung arc length, how to compute for the arc length is S equal to central angle, radian, times the radius. Kaya lang, kailangan ito yung equivalent central angle up to point A. Yan. So, sabihin na lang natin theta A, yung angle from the radius, papunta sa, or from PC, papunta kay point A. This is theta A. So, we have theta A is equal to twice of alpha, or twice of the deflection angle, to point A. Ano yung deflection angle papunta kay point A? That is equal to Our deflection angle towards point A is yung given na 3 degrees 15 minutes. So we'll be having theta A as twice 3 degrees. That is the same as 3.25 degrees. Tama? So 3 degrees 15 minutes is 3.25 degrees. So we'll be having theta A is now equal to, this is 6.5 degrees. Yun yung kanyang corresponding central angle with this deflection. So this is 6.5 degrees. So kunin natin, this is the arc length from PC to A. What is the equivalent central angle up to point A? That is 6.5 degrees times pi over 180 degrees para maging radian multiplied by the combined radius 229.474. So kunin natin the arc length from PC to point A. So it will be equal to, we have 26.033 meters. So ito na yung sagot natin for the second requirement, 26.033 meters. So choices 26. Letter C. Yung first requirement naman is letter A. Okay? Then yung last requirement is kunin daw natin yung arc length from PC to point B. Kailangan ko lang yung central angle. The central angle from PC to point B. Sabihin na lang natin, theta sub B. So we have the theta sub B is equal to twice of alpha up to point B. Ano ba yung alpha or yung deflection angle up to point B? Ito yan. This is the theta sub B in yung ating alpha sub B, that is the 8 degrees 15 minutes. So we have theta sub B is equal to twice 8 degrees 15 minutes is the same as 8.25 degrees. So we have theta sub B is now equal to 16.5 degrees. Arc length from PC to point B will be, ito yan, convert lang natin sa radian, 16.5 degrees times pi divided by 180, then multiplied by the radius, 229.474. So kunin natin the arc length from PC to point B. And that will be equal to 66. It's equal to 66.08 meters. Alright? So choices, 66.08, letter B. So, third question. Okay, so these are the answers for this situational problem. So this example, this is a parabolic curve. So a vertical sag parabolic curve has a length of 420 meters. So if you have to get the half, that is 210 meters. The back tangent, so this is negative 3.2%. And the point of intersection of the tangent, this is the tangent from PC and the tangent from PT. The point of intersection is at station 7 plus 180 with an elevation. The elevation of the point of intersection of the tangent is at 998 meters. So find the elevation of point A. So when it comes to vertical parabolic curve, lagi nyo lang isipin it's more of a slope. Ano ba yung concept ng slope? That is basically rise over run. So this is the slope. Ang ibig sabihin lang naman ng negative 3.2 is downward to the right. So pwede nyo gamitin yung absolute value nito. 0.032 is equal to rise. Yun yung idadagdag natin na value. Let's say this is y sub 1 para marating si point A. That is y sub 1 divided by the run. Ano yung run? That is the horizontal distance from point of intersection to point A. That's equal to 210. So we have y1 is equal to is 210 times 0.32. We have that is equal to 6.72 meters. So the elevation of point A is basically equal to yung elevation ng point of intersection 998 plus yung nakuha natin na y sub 1. So that is plus 6.72. So the elevation of point A is equal to 1,004.72 meters. So ang sagot natin dyan is it's letter A. Okay, so we proceed to analysis closed traverse, latitude, departure, DMD, DPD, etc. So we have the given details of line, latitude, departure, DMD, twice the area. First requirement, ito, compute the bearing of line 3-4. Second, DMD of 4-5. Ito yung mga required. Bearing of line 3-4. Okay, DMD of 4-5. Tapos, compute the area of the lot in acres. So, paano ba kumuha ng bearing? So, kailangan lang natin yung departure, tapos yung latitude, then ito yung bearing of the given line. So, we may have tangent. Pwedeng tangent of, let's say, beta is equal to the departure. This is divided by your latitude. Okay? So we have compute the bearing of line 3-4. Kaya lang ang given sa line 3-4, i-observe natin ito. Ang given dito is twice the area. Ang given na ng twice the area is latitude multiplied by the DMD. Kung DMD yung gagamitin mo, pareho lang din yun sa departure multiplied by the DPD. Kung DPD naman yung gagamitin natin. Pero for this case, meron tayong, or ang given for this case is the DMD. Twice the area is negative 5,580 equal to, we are looking for the latitude of 3-4. Ano yung given ng DMD dito? We have 186. So, parang obvious na negative ito. So, we have the latitude of line 3-4. 5,580 divided by 186. That is equal to negative. We have negative 30. Ano ibig sabihin ng negative 30? Latitude negative, that is towards the south. So, ngayon, meron kang, okay, lagyan na natin dito, this is negative 30. So, we have tangent of beta. Gumamit na tayo ng absolute value of the departure. Ano yung departure niya? We have 14. This is divided by negative 30. So, we'll be having, this is the bearing of line 3-4. Yung first requirement. So, it will be sheet tangent. So, ang ibig sabihin lang ng negative sign is towards the south. You may use the absolute value. So, that will be 25 degrees, 1 minute. Okay? Kung i-observe natin ano yung direction niyan, that will be, kung meron kang positive na departure, ibig sabihin that is towards the east. Kung meron kang negative na latitude, which means this is towards the south. So this will be the bearing of line 3-4. So that is letter B. 25 degrees, 1 minute is up, south. Then next is compute the DMD of line 4-5. Okay, so ito yan. The DMD of line 4-5. Pero pwede natin kompletuhin muna yung departure kasi may missing dito kay 4-5. Kailangan natin yan. So para sa closed traverse, kailangan that the summation of the departure should be equal to 0. So let's say this is 16 plus 70 plus 14 Okay, plus x na lang muna yung unknown departure plus negative 46 dapat equal yun sa 0. So, yung nawawalang departure is equal to negative 54. This is for line 4 dash 5. Line 4 dash 5. Negative 54. Yan, kompleto na yung mga departure. Pwede natin kompletuhin yung mga DMD. What is the value of the first DMD? The value of the first DMD is the first departure. This is 16. Sundin lang natin yung process plus the previous departure plus the next departure will be equal to the next DMD. So it's the same as 16 plus 16 plus 70. Yun yung susunod na DMD. Is equal to 100. Is equal to 102. Okay, then check lang natin kung 186 yung lalabas. 102 plus 70 plus 14 is obviously 186. Which is given ito, yung 186. Susunod, 186 plus 14, then minus 54. So this is, this is equal to 146. So repeat lang natin yung process. 146 minus 54 minus 46. So it will be equal to positive 46. Yun yung checking na tama yung ginawa natin. The last departure is equal to the last DMD. They are numerically equal but opposite in sign. So therefore, ano yung talong? So we are computing for the DMD of 4-5. The DMD of 4-5 is 146. The correct answer is letter B. Now we are required to compute for the area. So using this one, kailangan natin yung mga twice the area values. So again, ano ba yung equivalent ng twice the area? Ito yung latitude times DMD. So, kunin rin natin yung last latitude dito. That is, again, summation of latitude should be equal to 0. So, it is 60 plus y muna plus negative 30, then plus negative 28 plus plus 12 should be equal to 0. Para matawag na close traverse, huwag niyo makalimutan, dapat summation ng departure and summation of latitude should be equal to 0. So, yung unknown latitude, that is equal to negative 14. So, sa choice as hindi naman siya yung required. Okay, negative 14. Para lang makompleto natin. So, kailangan lang natin is latitude times DMD. Kunin natin yung product nito. So, we have first is 60 times 16. Is equal to 960. Okay, so check na natin. Is that, or pwede pala kanina. It is twice the area kasi given, nakuha na natin yung DMD. Pero to check, negative 14 times 102. Tama ba? Okay, negative 1,428. That is correct. Negative 30. Okay na to. Negative 28. This is negative 28 times 146. Is equal to negative 4,088. Then we have 12 times 46. Let's go to 552. So, kunin natin yung kailangan natin yung summation of twice the area. Yan. So, isasamat lang natin ito, yung limang ito. So, we have 960 plus is negative 1428, 5580, 4088, 552. So we have the summation equal to negative 9,584. Okay, double check natin. Equal 9,584. So that is twice the area. All you have to do is divided by 2. Gumamit tayo ng absolute value. So wala naman tayong negative area. So the actual area of the lot will be equal to, this is divided by 2. We have 4,792 square meters. Kaya lang sa choices, yung required unit is acres. So this is multiplied by 1 acre is 2. This is 4,046.86. So what will be the area in acres? So divided by 4,046.86. So this is equal to approximately 1.184 acres. So yun yung area of the closed traverse in acres. So, check natin kung anong letter yung sagot. 1.80, that is letter C. And it's for this example. Right, so the next example, this is for the error in Earth's curvature and refraction. So how to compute for the error in Earth's curvature and refraction, h sub CR equal to 0.067 K squared. Wherein yung K dapat in kilometers, kaya lang, yung result nito is nasa meters yan. This K should be in kilometers. Yan. So ano ba yung tinatawag natin na error due to Earth's curvature and refraction? So alam natin na yung mundo is curved surface siya, maliban na lang kung flatters kayo, yung mga naniniwalang flat ang mundo. Okay? So, yung line of sight natin is assumed to be, for example, kung gumawa tayo ng survey, assume natin na horizontal yung line of sight, may portion na parang hindi natin nakikita or hindi natin na-consider, yun yung error due to Earth's curvature. So, let's say this is ito yung error towards point C. Let's say this is h sub CR number 2, curvature and refraction. Ito naman, I'll say ito yung height up to point C. Then sa kabila, let's say this is the height of B. Ito naman yung error dito kay point B. Let's say this is h sub CR number 1. So, kung nandito si point A, ito si point A, ang elevation ni point A is 219.42 meters. Kung susundan mo yung surface na to, yan, yung surface na yan is isa lang yung elevation niya, 219.42, the same as point A. So, let's have the problem. First, yung problem muna. Ay, sasabi niya, from point A, that is, between point B and point C are the angles of elevation of B and C are 18 degrees, 30 minutes, and 8 degrees, 15 minutes respectively. Point C is 2,000 meters from A, that's the same as 2 kilometers. And B is 1,200 meters or 1.2 kilometers from A. Elevation of point A is 219.42 meters above sea level. Yung first required is compute the difference in elevation between B and C. Pwede natin gawin, kunin natin yung elevation sa B at saka yung elevation sa C. Okay, so take note na pag dito tayo magsisimula, sa point na yan, ang elevation na yan is yun yung elevation ni point A. Okay? Ang elevation na to is 219.42. So we have elevation of point B should be equal to yung elevation ng point A plus h sub CR number 1 plus yung height ni point B. Mula dun sa line of sight from point A. So, kunin natin isa-isa. We have h sub CR number 1 is equal to 0.067. Ano yung K from point A to point B? That is 1.2 squared or 1.2 kilometers. This is h sub CR number 1. Ay, is equal to 0. Medyo maliit lang siya. We have 0.096 meters. Paano naman kunin yung h sub B? I-assume natin, since sabi natin horizontal yung line of sight at vertical yung mga structure, i-assume natin na 90 degrees yan. So kung 90 degrees yan, you can use tangent. This is tangent of 18 degrees, 30 minutes. That's equal to opposite. That is h sub B. Okay, this is divided by the distance, 1,200 meters. So, ano yung height ni B is equal to is equal to 401.514 meters. Okay? So, mawala natin yung elevation ni B. This is the elevation of point B will be equal to, ano yung elevation ni A? So sabi ko, kung susundan natin yung surface na to, ang elevation nito is 219.42. Is equal to 219.42 plus h sub CR1, 0.096 plus height ni B, 401.514. So we have the elevation of point B the elevation of point B will be equal to 621.03 meters. So, yun yung elevation ni point B. Double check natin. Okay, 621.03. So, repeat lang the process for the elevation of point C. And we have the elevation of point C will be equal to elevation of A plus h sub CR number 2 plus height up to point C. So you have, this is h sub CR number 2, that is equal to 0.067. What is the K towards point C? That is 2 kilometers. This is 2 squared. We have h sub CR number 2 is equal to 0.268 meters. Okay, then ay tangent. This is the tangent of, we have 8 degrees. This is 8 degrees, 15 minutes is equal to opposite. That is h sub C. This is divided by the horizontal distance. That is equal to 2,000 meters. So we'll be having h sub C. So you have h sub C is equal to 289.986 meters. So we'll be having the elevation of C is now equal to elevation of A, 219.42, plus the error, 0.268 plus, ito, we have 289.986. So we'll be having the elevation of point C. So you have an elevation of 509.674 meters. Okay. Double check. Okay, so 509.674. So ngayon, kunin natin yung difference in elevation. Okay, the difference of elevation, this is elevation B, mas mataas si B, minus elevation of C. Is equal to 621.03. We have elevation of point B minus the elevation of point C. Is equal to 621.03 minus 509.674. So let's compute yung first requirement. Is equal to 111.356 meters. Okay. So sa choices natin, 111.355, that is letter B. Okay, yung next required is compute the difference between A and C. So yung next requirement, ito na yung sagot natin sa first. Yung sumunod naman daw is elevation of C minus elevation of A. Pero di ba madali na lang yon? Kung ano man yung elevation ni C, bawas lang natin yung 219.42. Tama? That is equal to 509.674 minus 219.42. So ano naman ito? Yung difference ng elevation ng dalawa. So is equal to 200. This is equal to 290.254 meters. So sa choices natin, it is 290.25. 26 nga lang na sa choices. Letter A, that is for yung second required. Yung last requirement is elevation of B. Nakuha na pala natin ito. Yung last requirement, elevation of B is equal to 621.03 meters. Ito naman yung sagot. Since situational problem siya, meron tayong 3 questions. So by the way, yung mga problems naman na to, meron kayong copy na other copies ng mga problems na na-solve. Okay? Okay, so our next example is phase factor. Lumang topic ito, pero yun nga, lately, lumalabas siya yung mga lumang topic ng mga 1990s. So paano ba kumuha ng phase factor? This is the same as distance. The ratio of the distance divided by the number of phases. Kung ilang hakbang. So kung maraming phases yan or maraming set of phases, so average of phases. So let's have this example. So a line 100 meters long was paced by a surveyor 4 times. So we have the following data, 142, 145, 145.5, and 146. Then another line was paced 4 times, again with the following results, 893, 893.5, 891, 895.5. Determine the length of the line. Pwede natin i-ratio and proportion na lang yan. So yung first line is 100. This is divided by, since we have 4 paces, average natin. Ano yung 142 plus 145 ay plus 145.5 plus yung last is 146. You have 4 sets averaging divided by 4. Okay, this should be equal to, okay, yung next set natin is yung distance, yung hinahanap natin. Yung next set is 893, okay, plus 893.5 plus 891 plus 895.5. So averaging, since we have 4 sets, divided by 4. So makuha natin yung distance. Okay, so the distance equal to 617.63 meters. 617.63, we have letter C. And this example is compound curve. So the length of a common tangent of a compound curve is 225 meters. The first curve has a degree of 3 degrees and a central angle of 24 degrees. The second curve has a central angle of 44 degrees. Find the degree of the second curve using arc basis. So we have the degree of the first curve is equal to 3 degrees. So arc basis 20 is equal to the degree of the curve. Kailangan lang natin gawin itong radian times the radius, okay, of the first curve. Kunin natin yung radius ng first curve. So this is equal to 20 equal to 3 degrees times pi over 100, 80 degrees para maging radian, the radius of the first curve. Okay, so what is R1? So R1 is equal to 381.972 meters. That's the radius of the first curve. So given dito, yung tangent 1 plus tangent 2, or that is the common tangent. So ang purpose ko kung bakit kinuha yung R1 is para makuha yung tangent ng first curve. Paano kuha ng tangent? So huwag niyo kalimutan na right angle yung radius and tangent. Right angle sila. This is I sub 1 over 2. So kapag tangent ang hinahanap at merong ang radius, you may proceed to tangent. Tangent of I1 over 2 is equal to opposite. That is tangent 1 divided by radius number 1. So this is the same as tangent. Ano yung ating I1? That is 24 over 2 is equal to tangent 1 divided by radius number 1, 381.972 meters. So kunin natin si T1. So tangent number 1 is equal to 81.19 meters. This is tangent of 12 times 381.972. 191. Decimal tayo. Okay, so yung ibang given pa. So given yung common tangent. Common tangent is T1. This is T1 plus T2 is equal to 225 meters. So it's equal to 81.191 meters plus tangent number 2 is equal to 225. Para makuha natin yung tangent ng the second curve. So 225 minus 81.191. Tangent of the second curve is equal to 143.809 meters. Kumbaga, pabaliktad lang yung gagawin natin dito. So, di ba, meron lang tangent. Kung pabaliktad rin natin yung solution, tangent, radius, then degree. Pabaliktad naman yun para dun sa second curve. So, that is tangent. Ano yung susunod? Yung radius. So, this is the tangent of I sub 2 over 2 is equal to tangent number 2 divided by radius number 2. So this is ay tangent of I number 2. Yung I number 2 kanina is 44 degrees. So this is 44 over 2 is equal to tangent number 2, 143.809 divided by radius number 2. So makuha natin yung radius ng second curve. So this is equal to 355.94 meters. Okay, 355.94. Ayan. Using arc basis, kung meron kang radius, paano mo kukunin yung degree? Okay? That is equal to 20 meter arc equal to the degree of the curve in radian times the radius number 2. So this is 20 meters. Degree of the curve is a d sub 2 times pi is divided by 180 degrees multiplied by the computed radius number 2, 355.94. So kunin natin yung degree of the second curve. The degree of the second curve is now equal to 3.22 degrees. So choices, it will be 3.22, letter B. Okay? Then for this example, compound curve. In next example, this is a reverse curve. So, two parallel tangents 12 meters apart. Ito yung first tangent ng first curve. So, yung last tangent ng second curve. Or this is the back tangent, forward tangent. Okay? So, two parallel tangents 12 meters apart are connected by a reverse curve of equal radii. So, sinabi niya dito sa problem that R1 is equal to R sub 2. So, when it comes to reverse curve na parallel, so, ibig sabihin, kung gagawa tayo dito ng mga lines, anong line? Type T1 and T2, yung angle nito or the angle of intersection of the tangent will be the same. Tama? Di ba parang meron kang dalawang line, then cut by a transversal line, these angles are the same. So kapag equal yung radius, tapos parallel, lahat ng values will be equal. Kumbaga, they are identical. Twins lang sila. Kung pareho lang yung mga values ng first curve sa mga values ng second curve. So R1 is equal to R2, I1 is equal to I2, T1 is equal to T2, and so on. So equal lahat yan. So if the length of the curve from PC to PT, that is the same as C1 plus C2, the total, that is the long chord. If the length of the chord from PC to PT is equal to 140 meters, tinatanong dito yung the total length of the reverse curve. Pero since equal lahat ng value, S1 is also equal to S2. So ang kailangan natin gawin dito is kunin yung angle of intersection para makuha yung curve. For a reason that arc length is equal to I in radian times the radius. So kailangan din natin yung radius. Okay? So kung separate lang natin yung triangle considering yung given distance na 12 meters tsaka C1 tsaka C2. So ito yung 12 meters. This is C1, C2, which is equal to 140 meters. Nandito yung PC. So, alam natin na yung angle na to from the tangent towards the chord, that is I over 2. Kalahati nung central angle I. So, yung angle na to will be, that is the same as I over 2. Makuha natin yung central angle nung bawat curve. Since I1 is simply equal to I sub 2. So we can use the function of sine. The sine of I over 2 is equal to opposite. This is 12. Hypotenuse, perpendicular distance of 4 parallel lines, that is 140. So ano yung magiging central angle ng curve, ng dalawang curve? So meron silang central angle equal to 9.834 degrees for both curves. So 9.834 degrees. So ngayon, since C1, okay, pareho lang din. Identical C1 is the same as C2. Equal lang yan. So makukuha natin yung chord ng isang curve. So we have that as okay, C1 plus C2 is equal to 140. This is the same as 2C1 or 2C2 equal to 140. So obvious na yung C1 ay equal to 70 meters. Kalahati lang ng 140. Kung meron ka ng C1, paano mo kukunin yung radius? Okay, how to determine the radius? So hatiin mo lang siya. So this is magiging C1 over 2, perpendicular, hypotenuse yung radius. What function? You can apply the function of sine. So mahati lang ulit ito, I over 2. So this is the same as sine of I1 over 2 is equal to C1 over 2 divided by radius number 1. So this is sine of 9 point, yung angle, 834 degrees over 2 is equal to C1, that is 70 over 2 divided by radius number 1. Yung radius 1 na to, pareho lang din sa radius number 2. So radius 1 and radius 2 is equal to 408.342 meters. Yun yung ating mga radius. So again, we can compute for the arc length S equal to I over I times R. So pareho na rin yung plus. So since S1 is equal to S2. Ay isa lang yung bulin natin. This is, central angle is 9 point. So equal to I radian times the radius. Arc length is equal to 9.834 degrees times pi is divided by 108 degrees divided by the computed radius. This is 408.342. So ano yung arc length 1 which is equal to arc length number 2. So, that is 70 point, pareho lang halos 70.086 meters. Yan. So, we have, paano kunin yung total arc length? That is S1 plus S2. So, this is the same as S1 plus S2 or the same as 2S1. So, twice up ay 70.086. So we have S1 plus S2 is now equal to, so times 2 lang kung value na yun, 140.172 meters. So parang konti lang yung nadagdag kasi yung C1 plus C2 natin, yung chord is 140, yung mga arc length is 140.172. So almost straight line din yan kumbaga. Okay? So that is our example for a reverse curve. So the choices, that is letter D.